Hello and welcome back to another video. This is a Coleco head-to-head video game system. It's the two-player variant where the second control's in the box, which is what my phone is on, which I'm filming with. This is essentially an NES. This is a famiclone at heart. And seems like a pretty decent one. It runs on the Innotech GD0103MS, which I have the thing. Let's synchronize. Yes. In fact, let's just. Here it is. I had another one of those from a flea market. It was a single player variant. That top chip is the entirety of an NES. Like, holy shit. That is incredible, really. And if you're wondering what the bottom one is, it's the mask ROM, which I never could figure out still can't seem to figure out the pinout for the bus on this. But, that thing kind of put me in the mood for, out of focus camera, for an actual real famiclone. Because, maybe I don't want to play mediocre Space Invaders or really crappy re-implementations of Coleco's LCD or LED games in NES form. This is the Power Joy. It is yep, it's your standard bootleg console. But the reason why I picked this one up in particular, look at that. That's a fucking cartridge slot, baby. It's the 60-pin variant, which is Famicom cartridges. And yeah, this is essentially a full-blown Famicom, not Famicom. Famicom. I can't quite get the height for filming stuff. It's kind of yeah. This is essentially a full-ass Famicom shoved in this tiny-ass package. And this is even more impressive because the main PCB in here is like 1.25 inches squared. It's fucking tiny, and it's that's the magic of very large scale integration, baby. Yeah, you have the nipple for the light gun, D-pad, start, select, A, and this is A and this is B, which is backwards. The ubiquitous DB9, although Wikipedia lists it as a DE9, but D sub 9 connector. Batteries. This one's broken. I might go back into this thing and bypass the voltage regulator and then chop this end off and attach a 4-pack AA battery thing. This is kind of broken. It's built better than I expected, honestly. Is this even in focus? Because I'm not exactly looking at the phone screen. Trigger for the light gun. What is this? seen, you know, the whole autism thing of being in a phase, so I've been watching quite a few videos of these bootlegs. You might be wondering, oh, that looks like the, Atari, Genesis, Mega Drive? Is that what? I keep, mixing, Mega Drive and, Master System up. This looks like the, controller port for that, for those systems. It does not implement that type of protocol. It implements the regular NES control pad. This is not an official NES controller, but it is electrically and connectively identical. It's my fucking wiring loom, and then some electrical, liquid electrical tape and to this. I appear to have moved the thing. So yeah, you just, so yeah, it's the same protocol and everything, same voltage levels, same, signal timing, same everything, it's just, different, different, connector. If I had to guess the reason for that, it's, the Famicom, had hardwired controllers. I'm gonna go. Nah, that's much better. The NES, the Famicom, at least the original one from Japan, which is what the Chinese and I think even Koreans got in cloning action. Both the Japanese and the Chinese. Are you Chinese or Japanese? No, Laotian. The original Famicom had hardwired controllers for whatever idiotic reason. I guess the concept of kids destroying stuff wasn't invented yet. And because, you know, geography and proximity, the Chinese cloned the Famicom, hence the 60-pin thing. So they cloned that, but I'm guessing it was a bit smarter than, you know, Nintendo. So they added controller ports, and well, they also there were also bootleg Atari 2600 systems, like the Sistema TV Boy. That's architecturally a 2600. I'm guessing they had a ton of these DB9 connectors just lying around, and so they used that. That's my guess. And so, amazingly, the first pinout I found online for these bootleg consoles works. So that's convenient. What else? So this era of this generation of famiclone is I think it's pretty much one of, if not the last variation to be functionally the same as the I'm just gonna say NES with like electrically like signal wise the two buses, because the NES has there's two buses. There's one for the CPU and one for the PPU. Modern famiclones, I have like that. No, I saw Five Below on that. Like that. Can't talk and look at slides at the same time. Like that Vivitar famiclone thing from Five Below. There we go. It's not in here. Isn't this exciting? Watch me ramble and then sorting through slides looking for one. Let's just find that later. Watch as the fucking thing is actually I think it might be up here. As you can see, my room is an absolute mess. You know, I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, maybe it's in here. Ooh, that's a clean slide. Ooh, that's another slide ready to be cleaned. That's an iQuest, Leapfrog iQuest, that I accidentally destroyed when I was reverse engineering it. I don't think the ROM daughter board really liked being desoldered with a heat gun. Yeah. Where is it? By the way, the iQuest runs on a 8051 base core. Of course I can't find it. You know what? That's just fine. No, it's not fine. It is not actually fine. Hopefully it actually goes through on the camera. This is hard to do with only one hand. So the modern famiclone chips, they so-called one-bus designs by I think it's the company's VR. I don't know. It's an acronym. I don't know what it stands for because I just get HMP 139 Song Max teaching. Still kind of mad that the chip on that got grilled when I hooked the arch up to it. Cursed ground loops. Yeah, that was a really weird failure. Just thinking of how to continue talking and running my mouth. Sniffle fliffer. And what they do is they have all the games on a single ROM chip that contains the I mean, this does the same thing, but the RAM, either the PPU or the program, either the character ROM or the program ROM gets essentially cached into the on-chip SRAM, and from there, that's where it uses that. Or maybe both gets cached into the on-chip SRAM. And it means the design only needs one bus, so there's like less traces to route on the board, and it's a much more cost-optimized design. And these modern famiclone chips have stuff like there's variants with like built-in LCD controllers for directly driving around a 20-pin LCD that's gonna have like probably digital RGB if I had to guess. Analog RGB LCDs are a thing actually, and they are wild, but I can't imagine something like that. And then you have parallel digital RGB, which is literally like which you'll find in like I think the Leapfrog, the Leapfrog Ultra, which I actually have a video on this channel of hooking one of them up to a VGA converter card thing. The VGA monitor wouldn't take it though. Why is I see. Okay, right where there's essentially literally it's like the old NDA cables for the display adapters, the graphics card to the IBM CGA card. That it's like VGA except it's digital, and then it's weird. This digital parallel RGB is essentially, at least in that Leapfrog Ultra, there were 3 8-bit buses for red, green, and blue, and that got piped into the LCD. But I mean, this is literally the LCD from that Five Below thing, and you know, these modern famiclone chips have the necessary hardware for doing that. And they might also have like the NOR flash that stores the RAM. The games, not the RAM. I don't know why you need to store the RAM in some on a NOR flash. In fact, how would you store a physical item as a digital representation? Whatever. Thing is, these you can't really plug a cartridge into those, and I think they also trying to figure out how they have their firmware laid out is a bitch. Let's put it that way. And they might even have some like binary blobs in them for driving the LCD, because there's some threads, some like forums online of people flashing the firmware from one famiclone onto another, and the stuff like the sound would work, but there was no display output. But yeah, the nifty thing about these is that this is essentially electrically and functionally identical to an NES, basically, which is really cool, because an NES is kind of one of those stupid collector items now where, yeah. And I'm dirt poor. This was like $10. Meanwhile, probably cost like, I don't know, like $50 online. At least I know this one garage sale, they had an NES for $50. Even the casual normies, so to speak, know that these things are kind of valuable nowadays. There's also, I think some famiclones actually do actual, like, emulation. These do not emulate. They run the thing, like, properly. Well, mostly properly. These can have, these famiclones can have, some, compatibility issues, but, yeah, some of the modern ones, they don't, run games correctly or at full speed, or they have weird stuttering, and then the Chinese really love to shove NES emulators up everything. You have all those DVD players. They're like DVD players, except mostly the same, and they tend to have NES emulators shoved into them for some reason. I guess it's more of a tradition type thing for them. Yeah. I would take this apart, but I've already taken it apart, and it's not a fun process putting it back together, so I'm maybe I'll shove some photos into the video.